Hi there. As you can see, I'm on at a different time, and I'm probably going to be doing it around 10 from now on. I've got everything in a situation where I can do that, so that's good. So, if you don't know who I am, I'm Jennifer. I'm your friendly and sometimes silly trauma recovery coach. But today, I want to go over the cycle of violence in abusive relationships. Now, if you remember, violence doesn't just cover physical. Okay, so let's keep that in mind. If you have any questions, go back and watch the other videos, and I go over that quite a bit last week. But this week I want to go over what happens in the different dynamics when we get into the cycle of violence. So first things first, what is the cycle of violence? It is a set of patterns that keeps a person stuck in in that violence, domestic violence or spousal abuse relationship. It just keeps you stuck, and it's a set of patterns. So how does it work? Okay, so you have most of the time we think about four different things. You have first the tension building, where the person that is going to be abused feels like they have to walk on eggshells, feels like they have to keep the person happy and calm so that it doesn't set them off. So the first time it happens, it's quite a shock, and you don't know why or where or how it happened, okay? But after a while, you kind of get into this pattern. You can kind of feel it. You know it's coming. It may be from outside forces, like they may be stressed out about things, and sometimes, honestly, usually most of the time it comes out of the blue, or it feels like it does, but you can kind of feel that tension building. And the second one is the actual abuse. Now, in this case, the actual abuse is all about making sure they keep the power. So this could also include threats. Okay, it doesn't have to be a physical thing. It can just be a threat. And once again, it's not always physical. So keep that in mind too. That is the actual abuse, and what it's meant for is power, to keep control of that power. Okay, and the third one is reconciliation. They'll probably either give you gifts, or in case of emotional and verbal and all that, they'll be really kind. They'll be very sorry, and a lot of times they are. They don't even know what's happening. So, but that's what happens in that part. And then comes the calm, where both people will try to come up with the reasons, give the why it's happening. Try to come up with this happened or that happened, or I was stressed here or that, all that kind of thing. And sadly, what happens is the different types and all that, they can, after a while, you may not even get much of a calm. You may not even get reconciliation in the form of being nice or gifts. And that's usually after they know they're going to be able to keep the power. Okay, they don't need to do these other things to keep the power. So keep that in mind too. So you're probably saying, well, why do people stay then? I'm not sure if you ever heard, but it's easier to stay with the devil you know. And a lot of times it's because they've gotten the person that's being abused in such a place that they don't feel like they can get out. They don't have a support system on the outside, or they don't feel like they do, especially financially. Sadly, in our culture, in our society, and our legal system, they usually will not have that. So that's why they keep going back. So that's why you have to be patient with a person and know that it may take more than one time or several times. I think the statistic is usually 7 times. So just keep that in mind. But I just wanted to show you all those little different things and explain why as best as I could, because that's probably the biggest question that is asked. So tomorrow we'll kind of go into a little bit more, and then it does get better as I my talks will get a little bit better, but just know that I'm going to start doing these around 10, hopefully at 10, but just look for the notification, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a great day.